will start in 15 seconds. This broadcast will start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Voice of Stockton. For more information on The Voice of Stockton, go to thevoiceofstockton.org.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS The Voice of Stockton or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
Good morning, Stocktonians, and welcome to another exciting episode of Tales and Tips. I am so honored to have with me today Ryan Ahern, who is a fabulous world-renowned show pianist, and he's going to talk about his upcoming event in Stockton. And what date is that?
It's going to be on August 4th.
All right. And where is it going to be?
It'll be at the Stockton Civic Theater right here in Stockton, California.
Awesome. And I was honored last year to attend your performance in Lodi at Hutchins Street Square.
Ah, yes.
And it was great to see you performing with your orchestral partners.
Yes.
And a really great variety show. You played all types of genres of music. I was amazed at what you were doing with the piano.
Thank you. Yeah, it's it's a life's work to get to that point. And the show in Lodi, I had my 8-piece contemporary pop orchestra with me, and it was a great evening.
And will they be attending with you at the show in Stockton?
No, so the show in Stockton is a very special, because it's such an intimate theater. It's 300 seats.
Okay, so it's a little smaller.
Yeah, so usually in a venue that small, we don't usually bring in the full orchestra because in theaters that small, you don't even really have to microphone any of the horn section or anything, and it sometimes can really overpower the audience. Mm-hmm. So this is we're gonna do what we call a track show, which means my orchestra has gone into the studio and recorded all the background tracks, and we'll have the grand piano, and it'll sound just like the regular show, but the musicians will be pre-recorded. Yeah.
And that gives you the opportunity, you can adjust the tones and things like that and make sure that it's not overpowering for the audience.
Exactly.
All right. And later we'll be able to see some clips of performances, which will be awesome.
Yeah, we brought some clips of the new PBS special that we've done.
Great.
And we'd be playing for you those later this hour.
Great, awesome. And talk about that show, and are the DVDs for sale right now?
So we just filmed the PBS special in Las Vegas, and it hasn't...
Exciting.
It is very exciting, yes. It was such a great project at the very illustrious Smith Center there in Las Vegas. It was a great production. 7 cameras, and the editing is just beautiful. It's fun.
Awesome.
It's fun for me to watch and see, because I'm always watching my show from the piano, right? So it's kind of nice to actually watch it in a nice TV format.
Great.
So yeah, the PBS special is going to be airing on KVIE out of Sacramento. We're going live in the studio on November 28th, and then it's going to be playing throughout that member drive for 3 weeks.
Okay.
And it'll play again in March, and as well as on the PBS affiliates in Las Vegas.
Awesome.
So we're gonna have that out this quarter.
Great.
In Vegas, and then we're filming a new PBS special for 2019 in January.
Wonderful.
So lots
Great.
going on there.
So lots of big things, and we'll talk about some of your other upcoming events as well.
Yeah.
Let's backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about when your interest in music started, your training, and how many instruments you actually play.
So my love for instruments and music started when I was about 7 years old. So
very young.
Yeah, when I started playing the drums. So drums and all the orchestral percussion instruments, that's my primary instrument in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Drums?
Drums. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm as good a drummer as I am a pianist.
Okay, wow.
And
that's amazing, just because I've seen your technique on the piano, and it's hard to imagine that you have that same level on the drums, and it's such a different instrument.
Yeah, it's true. And I think the rhythm training from the drums really helped me with the piano quite a bit. I play a lot of really fast runs, and I do a lot of rock and roll and boogie-woogie, and that's all very rhythmic.
And you sing.
And I do, yes.
And harmonica.
So I do. I play the blues harmonica as well as the chromatic harmonica, and I play all the saxophones and the drums, of course, and piano, and I play ukulele and the didgeridoo.
Wow.
I like some of those.
What is the didgeridoo?
Obscure instruments. The didgeridoo is said to be the oldest instrument in the world, and it's an Australian instrument, and it's a piece of wood that's been hollowed out by fire ants, and it's kind of got that wow
okay.
sound. And it's not as easy to play as you might think. It's not just blowing air through a stick, that's for sure. It's there are some breathing techniques that'll put you in the practice room for several years.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I started with the drums. And then it wasn't until I was about 12 years old that I started taking piano lessons. And then once I got hooked on playing the piano, it was that was all I could ever focus on after that.
And then what about your orchestral partners? I'm sure that they're all very skilled. How do you select them? Where do they come from? And out of all the places you travel to, when do they go with you?
So bringing the orchestra is a very expensive endeavor, and my show is designed so that I can use local musicians in countries that I go to and not have to fly in my orchestra. But when I play shows locally here in California and in Las Vegas and pretty much anywhere on the West Coast, almost pretty much anywhere in the country, I can fly my guys in for a reasonable amount of money. But when it gets overseas, and when I'm doing shows in Asia and South America and Europe, it's easier just to grab the orchestra from there.
Of course.
And I tried to design my show where I'm not dependent on any one particular orchestra member for their particular sound. A lot of bands, a lot of orchestras out there, if they don't have those key players, they've lost.
It doesn't sound the same.
They've lost their sound, And my sound is when I play the piano. As long as I'm there, we're going to get my sound, and as long as the orchestra are highly trained musicians that can read and interpret the sheet music, which is another thing. You got to have your sheet music just world class. So any musician that sits down to play it, if they play it right, it'll sound like they've been playing it for years. Yeah. So I work with 20 or 30 different orchestras a year sometimes.
Wow.
Because I perform out of the country most of the year.
You perform a lot on cruise ships.
I do. I've been headlining on the cruise lines for about 10 years now, on and off.
Wow.
I have a big show in Vegas that plays. So when that runs, there's no traveling at all. But the rest of the year, I work for a lot of different cruise lines and headline out there and use the orchestras that are living on board. I just go out for a few days to a week, and the resident musicians back up my show. Yeah, so I'll fly in, we'll do a rehearsal, and we'll do a show, and that's it.
Very cool. Very cool. And how many days of the year are you out performing somewhere not in this area?
The maximum I do is about 300 days a year, which is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That'll leave you about a week every. If I'm gone 3 weeks out of the month, that's pretty normal. But there's times when it's a little more. I'll be gone for 9-10 weeks straight.
Wow.
Not in the same place, but just there's no time to come home and get to the next place. So I'll just keep going. And if there's 4 or 5 days in between, then sometimes it's more work to get home and leave again than it is just to stay gone. So I'll just stay at the hotel wherever I'm at.
And then I knew you mentioned some of the countries that you've performed in, but mention some more of the countries that you performed in.
So I've been to over 100 countries, so
awesome.
It's a great list. I've been all over Asia and China and Singapore and Malaysia and Taiwan, Australia. I've been down through South America, Mexico and Argentina and Chile. Of course, over in Europe quite a bit. England and Scotland and Ireland,
awesome.
And Norway, and all through the Eastern European countries a little bit. Italy and Germany, and been over to Croatia. and up north.
I should have asked you, where have you not been? That
Yeah,
would have been a better question.
It seems to be a smaller list most of the time. Yeah.
And do you speak any languages besides English?
Oh, yes. Language is one of my passions, actually.
Oh, awesome.
And I've been studying Spanish since I was in high school, and I have a really good grip of that. I've studied Japanese for a few years, and I have a lot of shows coming up in China next year, and I've been anticipating that for a long time. So I'm 2 or 3 years into my Mandarin. So 我会说一点普通话，但是说得不好。So my Mandarin's come along pretty good.
What did you just say?
I said I speak a little Chinese, but I don't speak that well. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
All right. And have you ever done anything else as work that's not musician related?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm quite the entrepreneur, it turns out. Growing up, I owned a massage therapy company. I went to massage school when I was just out of high school. And mostly corporate event, chair massage kind of things, not like a spa, even though I was licensed for that. I was the youngest real estate broker salesman in the state of Nevada. The day I turned 18, I passed my broker's license exam.
That's
which
awesome.
You're not even supposed to be able to take it. They didn't tell me that. You have to have 2 years of experience before you can be a broker. But they let me take the test, and I passed that. So
that's awesome.
I did
you were ahead of your time.
Yeah. And my mom was in the real estate market, so I worked for her, and as well as other companies. And I did property management for a long time in my early 20s. And my dad has a large construction company, so since I was 12 years old, I've been working summers and part-time and full-time, on and off, in different departments there, from truck delivery to accounting, and
cool.
I've done it all. Sales
awesome.
rep.
Very cool.
So I always keep busy. That's for sure.
It sounds like your schedule is very busy, especially with the fact that you're booking more and more shows.
Yeah.
Besides the show in Stockton, you have one coming up in San Francisco and one in San Jose.
Yes. Yeah, we have 2 wonderful shows in the Bay Area. The date is September 22nd. It's a Saturday in September at the Hammer Theater there in San Jose. It's right next to the university. And then October 12th, we're going to be downtown San Francisco at the Herbst Theater, the War Memorial Theater, which is a beautiful classic theater. It's
Great.
Pretty well known in that area, from what I'm told.
And if any of our listeners want tickets to any of these upcoming performances, how do they access those?
So the best way would just be go to my website and link off of that.
And what's your website?
It's my name. It's Ryan Ahern. So RyanAhern.com.
Okay.
And on there you can see videos from the PBS special that's coming out. There's audio clips. You can buy CDs and the new DVD that's coming out this year.
Great.
And we're going to hear some clips of the new album that
Wonderful.
isn't even released yet.
Ooh, exciting.
So we just got the masters back last week, and I brought them with me so we can preview some of that for you.
And how many albums do you have?
So this makes number 6.
All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lucky number 6.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
And it's a different album for me because most of my albums are solo piano. There's a big market for just solo piano. So when people buy my albums, they're only listening to the piano. So this one is me and the full orchestra. It's a live show. So you get to really sense how it is to be at the live concerts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Magnificent. I'm excited. I'm excited that you brought some clips that we can hear, and you also have a keyboard here.
I know. We brought a real piano into the studio today.
That's
it's not
exciting.
something we always get to do, so
That's
I'm excited
awesome.
to play for you.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break so that we can cue up the clips and go from there. So we'll go ahead and sign off for a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited, and thank you for being here. Very exciting stuff.
Great.
So are we signing? Are we? Over 20 years. I am so excited about my new radio show, Tales and Tips, on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, Voice of Stockton, and KXVS Radio. I will discuss relevant issues affecting animals and pet owners today, how to avoid common problems, and how to extend the quality of life for your cherished companions. As a community advocate, I will also discuss important social issues that affect our city. I plan to showcase organizations and heroes who are doing amazing things to help others. Remember to tune in every Tuesday morning at 10, starting soon.
This is Miriam, and you're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
You know what I got? I got a picture of his face with the little pillow on, with the sleep face, and we're in Chicago.
Are they already in Chicago?
The one and only Leo Biaz. Hey, Leo.
I'm excited to be back, my man. It was 9 days in Vegas. We got stuck in the desert, and we had a little hangover remix out there, man.
I wore a wig to school once, and they said no headgear was allowed.
How did
spider web
was it
tights.
Obvious that it was a wig?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was having fun.
Wig.
See, this is exactly why we have them on the show, and this is what makes them fun.
You're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM.
All right, I turned down a little bit. Okay, so I know we totally just cut off like everyone's favorite song, but we wanted to tell everybody that we have a new YouTube channel, and we need you to subscribe to the new channel because we're not uploading or streaming on the old channel anymore. It's still the Voice of Stockton.
It's going to be fresh, brand new,
New content.
great content,
Yeah.
only exclusively on KXVS.
Yes. If you and on this video will be a link in the description where you can click it. But if you want to type it in, we made it real easy for you. You know, bit.ly, the short link, bit.ly. So you can type bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS_YouTube. So bit.ly/subscribe_KXVS_YouTube. That's easy enough, right, Donovan? Donovan is the silent minority.
Speechless.
I'm trying to get my accent right. Hold on. I'm just throwing over it in my head. Let me start. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. How to do it? All right, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go subscribe to this new channel. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, what's different about this channel than the last one?
Well,
what's changed?
Well, we're making some changes. We're always doing something new, but this is something that we had to do this, and we've had to do this for a while. So this new channel, it's really not much different, except the channel will be different. So all our new content is going on the channel, and we're going to migrate all our videos over to that channel as well, and we won't be using the old channel. So if you're waiting on that channel, you'll be missing it. So please do subscribe to our new channel, and it's real easy. You know, follow us on Facebook, thevoiceofstockton.org. You can find us everywhere. Keep watching us on our live streams, but that's it. We just wanted to break in and tell you that.
And let's make Stockton better together.
That's right. Make Stockton better together. All right. So, you know what? Let's start this track over because this is the best bomb song. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. KXVS, the Voice of Stockton with Donovan and Mr. Details, Dustin Breakwell. This is Governor Don signing off.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
This is Darius Oliver, and you're listening to 92.1 KXVS, the Voice of Stockton.
The Voice of Stockton.
¿Continuamos, Mayra?
Perfecto.
Sí nos escuchas. Perdón, aquí hubo una falla técnica, disculpa, hasta en las mejores familias pasa esto.
This is Barbara Berrigan Perea with Delta Flows, a radio show by the Voice of Stockton and Restore the Delta. This is the weekly radio show where we discuss everything Delta related. The environment, water management, water quality, farming, history and culture, public events, recreation, Delta food, and the arts. Tune in to Delta Flows on KXVS, the voice of Stockton, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at KXVS Radio.
Welcome to the afternoon entertainment hour at OJ's Juice Bar, and here's today's juice.
Listen to OJ's Juice Bar, Sundays at 4 p.m. on KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
My name is Josh, and you're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM.
All right, welcome back to Tales and Tips, and I'm so honored today to have Ryan Ahern with me, and he is a world champion show pianist. We are going to go ahead and play some of his clips, and we will talk more about his upcoming shows in our area, and hopefully you will be able to participate and go to see him perform live in concert, an experience like no other. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and play some clips. So what are we going to hear?
Oh, yeah. So this clip is from the new album, and it's also featured in the PBS special coming out this year. It's a beautiful Latin American song. It's called Corazón de Niño.
All right. And what does that mean?
It means heart of a child.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
All right. That was awesome.
Yeah, so
I
that's
don't usually get a chance to take
such a great song. I really
That's beautiful.
like that feel. You know, it's not a famous song. Like most of the songs in my show are very well known. You know, they're we have such a great cross section of music, everything from Broadway to rock and roll, movie themes.
You have some sing-along stuff too.
Oh, sure. Yeah, people can sing along. Yeah, and we'll play a couple more for you. But I do a lot of boogie-woogie, you know, and I do a lot of boogie-woogie competitions and things. So that's one of my favorite styles.
Awesome.
In fact, we could probably play some here in the studio live for you if you wanted to.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. And do you compose any of your own music?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do a lot. Not a lot. I don't have so much time, not as much as I'd like to do film scoring, you know, but I've done several really great projects.
Awesome.
And the thing with scoring a movie is it just takes months, you know, and I never have months off from the live shows to dedicate to it. And I don't want to rush through any projects, so usually short projects are what I can fit into my schedule. But I do enjoy composing.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what are we going to hear next?
Well, if we're going to go to the keyboard live, then...
All right, let's do that.
Why don't we see how this is working out over here? You probably can't hear me on the microphone, but...
Can we move a mic over there?
Yeah, we may or may not need to, but I think some boogie-woogie would be appropriate here this time of day.
I think that would be awesome. Liven
Are
things
you a
up a little
boogie-woogie
bit.
fan, Julie?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah? All right.
Liven things up a little bit.
A little late to the bar? Sure. All right. Are we...
I think he's trying to get you some acoustic assistance.
All right.
If anyone can make it happen, Don can make it happen.
He knows every button in this room. It's unbelievable.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's try.
Let's move it right over.
So maybe not so close. I don't think I'm gonna sing.
Okay.
Let's see if we got. All right, that's a little. Get a little
hot, huh?
Yeah, look at a little.
Let's try now.
A little distortion in there. There it is.
Oh, much better.
All right. Does that volume level sound all right for you guys?
Yes.
All right.
See on camera?
Yes, I'm gonna move this camera.
Okay.
All right.
That sounded amazing.
You know what's funny is that it's swaying back and forth, and it throws off the keys just a quarter of an inch there. It's funny. Justify that. Very cool. Well, thank you very much.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. That was awesome.
Boogie-Woogie. You know, I'm also a big fan of movie music, and we have a great clip of a John Williams song that I arranged from the movie Superman. It's the love theme. It's called "Can You Read My Mind?" And then one of the other favorites from the show is the very beautiful "Wind Beneath My Wings," which, of course, made famous in the movie Beaches by Bette Midler. So, if you want to play another clip, maybe we'll go there next.
All right. Take it away, Don. Let's play another clip.
Which one? Wind Beneath My Wings?
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Thank you
where
very
was
much. Thank
where
you
was
so
that
much.
a live performance at?
That was at the Smith Center in Las Vegas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Talk about the acoustics there. What's special about that building, that facility?
You know, the Smith Center has 2 theaters in there. They have the very huge 4,000 seat. Gosh, it looks like the Coliseum in there. And that's where they have the big Broadway plays. Hamilton's there right now, and then they have this place called the Jazz Cabaret, and it's kind of a more intimate venue. It's got about 300 seats, and it has a balcony in there, and it's got a beautiful stage with I think probably 40-foot mural of Las Vegas behind these sheer curtains. So it looks like you're sitting up on a mountain looking down at the Las Vegas Strip. It's really beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So,
awesome.
So the whole PBS special has that as the background. It's just really, really beautiful.
Wonderful. And that's similar to the size of the venue that you'll be performing in Stockton.
It is, yeah.
Awesome.
And which is, like I said, it's rare for me to have such an intimate thing, you know. And we wanted the Jazz Cabaret room over there because it's a little different setup. They got the cocktail tables. It's not just rows of seats, you know. I'm used to doing 2,000 or 3,000 seat rooms, you know, with so the energy is different. You know, the applause is different. You know, there's not as much time in between songs. I'm used to waiting for the applause to die down after a song before I start the next. And with 300 people, it goes faster. You know, so it's kind of fun for me to experience it in all different ways.
But people can see you more, and you can see people in the audience more.
It's true. You're right up close. It's like a comedy club almost. I mean, if you know stand-up comedy, that's you know. The stand-ups usually prefer a smaller room like that anyhow. Yeah.
Awesome. And let's just give the information again for your event in Stockton. Let's list your website. Let's talk about the dates, the time, location, cost.
Yes. So if you want to go to the show in Stockton, it'll be on August 4th, starting at 7 p.m. And the tickets are priced at $29. So we're not trying to bring the big city prices in here to Stockton. You know, this is I really love this community. I have a house here in Stockton, and this is definitely my second home outside of Las Vegas. So we wanted to make sure that the show is accessible to everyone. And we have a senior and student and child price for $24.
Awesome. And that's a Saturday?
It'll be a Saturday, yeah, August 4th. And it's at the Stockton Civic Theater there in the Clyde Nielsen Auditorium. And if you don't know where that is, it's on Rosemary Lane over there in Stockton. So you can buy tickets off of the website. It's probably easier to link off of my website.
Okay.
If you go to ryanahern.com, which is RyanAhern.com, you go on down to tours, and it'll have my whole 2018 tour calendar there.
Wonderful.
And just click on August 4th. And oh, great.
Oh, great.
We got it linked over here to the website.
Thank you,
from the
Go.
station. Great. And then you can click on the link and choose your tickets and come on out for an amazing evening. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. And I love, at least in the experience in Lodi, that you played such a wide variety, that there's something for everyone.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. You know, I learned early on that if I was going to play only classical music or only jazz or only contemporary and new age music, you know, you really alienate a lot of the audience. And even though everybody might love or not love either of those styles, you know, in my show, when they show up, they know they're going to get something they like. I mean, if you really don't like John Williams music for any reason, then wait 3 minutes and we'll give you some Blues
Something
Brothers.
else, yes.
You know, and
it's so lively and interactive and fun. It's a great family event.
it is, absolutely. And it's good for children too. Anybody who's taken piano lessons, this will certainly inspire young and old alike.
Definitely. And I was going to ask you, for our parents that might be listening and want to have their children participate in the music industry or participate just in playing an instrument, talk about what you feel that gives to a child.
Well, there's plenty of scientific studies that would prove that learning a musical instrument early on will really help your brain development and your cognitive abilities. But there's a level of discipline that's learned by learning an instrument. You know, it takes a lot of time and a lot of years, and you know that's why you meet so many people that used to take piano lessons or they wish they stuck with it. You know, and this and that. It's just because it's really it's not an easy thing.
It's not
you know,
an
it's
easy thing.
frustrating. You want to.
But it's relaxing too.
Well,
at the
sure.
same time.
Especially after you get to a certain point where you can sit down and play something as basic as it could be, one note at a time. You know, and that's enriching for your life. You know, I mean, if anybody wants to keep learning and take it to a professional level, then that's something else. But at least have music in your life enough where you can appreciate it. You know, just maybe taking lessons for 3 months would spark some appreciation for what it means to be an instrumentalist.
Awesome.
You know.
And how long does it take to be a master?
Well, some say 15,000 hours, right? You've heard that. I feel like I mean, I used to practice 7 or 8 hours a day.
Wow.
You know, early on. I mean, when I first started, you know, you don't know enough to be able to handle even 3 hours, but I would do 2 or 3 hours probably early on. I had a lot of time on my hands, I guess, after school.
Well, and you were passionate about it. I mean, it's obvious not only in hearing the way you talk about it, but in watching you play. It's obvious how connected you are to the music and how you feel it, and it runs through your fingers.
Yeah, and it's really blessed my life in a lot of ways, and I think it keeps me healthy, keeps me balanced, you know, keeps my chakras lined up and all that. You know,
Awesome.
It's a really a wonderful thing to have music, and for me to be able to sit down and play it and affect so many people at the same time is, I couldn't imagine my life without it.
Look at how much joy you bring to people, and it's awesome. I'm so excited that you're having a show in Stockton. Hopefully our listeners will purchase tickets, and I feel so thrilled and so honored for our community that you're going to be performing here and then moving on to San Jose and then San Francisco.
Yeah, thank you.
So
and
exciting for you.
There's a show in Sacramento next year.
Okay.
If anybody doesn't want to drive to the Bay Area and can't make it here next month, it'll be at the Crest Theater.
Okay. Do you know the date for that?
I believe it's going to be May 11th.
Okay.
We are locking on the date. We have the first week of May penciled in for it. And we have a meeting with them this week to lock in that exact date, but it'll be May.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And any final things that you'd like to add?
You know, I just am very happy to have been here and be able to share this music with everyone.
It's an honor to have had you here.
Thank you. I mean, it's a life's work, and to be able to be surrounded by such wonderful people and who care so much about the community as I do. I'll come back here every day if you let me.
Awesome. We'd love to have you here. You're welcome back anytime you want to be here.
Thank you.
And we definitely will be promoting your shows that are coming up. And once again, thank you. And you heard it first on The Voice of Stockton.
Very nice. Are we going to take you out with a clip?
Would you like to? Sure. Tell us what you'd like.
If we have time.
Yes.
So this is a brand new song that I added to the show this year. It's from the Blues Brothers movies. And it's really come a long way since I finished the arrangement. It's called Flip, Flop, and Fly. And on here, you'll hear my lead tenor player. Actually, he's playing alto this time on the solo. His name's Rob Stone. He's a superstar. He's from Las Vegas. And we have the great opportunity to travel with him with our shows in California and certainly all the shows in Vegas. And he's featured on the PBS special as well. So it's one of my favorite saxophone solos of all time, and I'm pretty happy that it's in my show.
All right.
Yeah, so this is Flip, Flop, and Fly from the Blues Brothers, all the way from Las Vegas.
All right.
When I get the blues, I get me a rocking chair. When I get the blues, I get me a rocking chair. I'm gonna rock away, rock it right out of here. When I get the blues, I pick up my telephone. And when I get lonesome, I pick up the telephone. I'm gonna call my baby, tell her I'm on the way back home. I said flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever say goodbye. I'll give me one last kiss and make it last a long, long time. I'll give me one last kiss and make it last a long, long time. I'll give give me one last kiss to make me feel it in my head like wine. I'll give me one baby, flashing a new go-to. Oh, there goes my baby, flashing a new go-to. Oh, there goes my baby, model in a payphone booth. All right, I said flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever say goodbye. Play some hot. Thank you very much. Keep that applause going for the amazing.
All right. Well, that was amazing. That was
thank
just
you.
phenomenal. Thank you. And thank you again so much for being here in the studio.
My pleasure.
Awesome to have you
for having
here.
me. It's just such an honor.
It's amazing, and I'm so glad that you're having multiple shows in our area, and I hope everything just skyrockets with the PBS special, that's just a launching ground.
Yeah.
So awesome. And it's just amazing. Every time I hear you, all I want to do is hear more.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I am the voice of Stockton. You are the voice of Stockton. We are the voice of Stockton. Let's make it a great day.